Inventory report, sir. Food and medical supplies all look good, but our munitions are getting low. Thought we'd have enough to last us a year. Already requisitioned command for more. Guess I shouldn't be too surprised. See more action in one day with Havoc than you see in a month with the Deadeyes.
What kind of work did you do for the Deadeyes?
We mainly ran decapitation strikes. Neutralized enemy commanders before a Republic offensive. Left the opposition leaderless, disorganized. Sometimes, we'd camp outside the enemy's base for weeks, waiting for a clear shot. Eventually, we'd hit our target, pull out, let the ground pounders mop up.
You must have chalked up quite a kill count.
Over 24 confirmed. Eventually, I was offered a promotion and a post on Ord Mantell. I took it. Smart move career-wise. More men, more responsibility. But I wasn't interested in fighting separatists.
Must have been an awkward transition.
One day I'm picking off Imperial brass, the next I'm pacifying mobs of angry seps. After my transfer, command of the Deadeyes fell to my XO, Torv. Smart kid, a little green, but the potential was there.
You weren't sure I was fit to lead, and look how I turned out.
Point taken, sir. Come to think of it, I haven't been in contact with the Deadeyes for a while. I should find out where they're stationed, catch up. Bad news, sir. I just received a dispatch from command. It's my old sniper squad, the Deadeyes. They've been captured. Happened during a routine officer hunt. Somehow the imps got the drop on them and rounded up the entire unit. Careless.
How long have the Deadeyes been in Imperial custody?
Weeks. More than enough time to be marched in front of a firing squad. Look, something about this doesn't sit right with me. The Deadeyes' area of operation was on Nar Shaddaa. That's Hutt territory. Neutral ground. They shouldn't have had any business operating there.
I'm sure they had good reason.
The Republic would never risk a falling out with the Hutts just to bag a few Imperials. I need to know what happened to the Deadeyes, and if they're still alive. Missions on Nar Shaddaa are usually greenlit by the SIS. With your permission, I'd like to meet with them, see what they know.
Get a hold of Jonas Balker. He may be able to help us.
Your call. We'll rendezvous at the dive he hangs out in. With any luck, he'll have something for us.
You're early. Haven't even had time to order us up a round. Not that I need a drink to enjoy your company.
The Deadeyes. Balker, what do you know?
Just because Jonas knows how to talk to a woman, it's no reason to get upset.
Sorry, sir. Just hoping to find the Deadeyes before the Imperials execute them.
Fine, fine. I dug up what info I could, but frankly, there isn't much to report. Far as I can tell, the Deadeyes tried to off some Imperial big shot. Things went south, and they got themselves captured.
The Deadeyes were trained professionals. No way they would have been taken so easily.
Even the best make mistakes. We're on the verge of an incident. The Imperials are out for blood, so the Republic is distancing itself from the operation. I shouldn't even be talking to you about all this. Those boys are on their own.
These are Republic soldiers, sir. Good men. All of them.
If the Republic won't do anything, then Havoc Squad will.
Look, I know this stinks, but my hands are tied on this one. I've got major players breathing down my neck. Otherwise, I'd tell you to investigate that prison the Imperials set up in Shadowtown.
The Imperials have a facility besides the normal Shadowtown areas?
Keep it down. This isn't your usual cantina gossip. Now, rumor has it, and I'm just talking here, that the Imperials built themselves a makeshift prison not too far from here. That's where they dump any local riffraff that get out of line. Could be they took the Deadeyes there.
It's a start. We'll look into it.
The less I know, the better. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got an alibi to work on. Remember, this meeting never happened.
No sign of them here. Balker must have sent us on a wild... Wait. I may have something. It's an outgoing holo message. Recent.
This is Captain Titch, confirming the details for outgoing prisoner transfer 993B. We've got 3 Gomorian trespassers, a couple of spice peddlers, and our catch of the day, the legendary Deadeyes.
Looks like the Imperials already moved them.
Question is, where?
As per protocol, we've split the Deadeyes up and transferred them to off-world labor camps. I've encrypted the coordinates for their designated camps into this transmission. Those scum can spend their remaining years working off their debt.
Message ends there. Guess the imps don't make things quick for their POWs. Lucky us.
I'd be more grateful if the Deadeyes were still here.
We'll just have to settle for swiping these coordinates. The encryption here is good. Too good. I can't crack it. Looks like we may need Balker's services again.
Off the hollow with a very angry Imperial diplomat. Apparently, some Republic troopers broke into the Imperial Detention Center.
Hey, I just went to Hari's for a drink. They got a new waitress there. Real looker.
Don't get cute with me, Balker. You know something.
Is this a bad time?
On the contrary. Now I know exactly where to stick my foot. Senior Agent Zane, SIS. That little stunt you pulled ruined any chance we had of negotiating the Deadeye's safe return.
Check your facts, Zane. The Imperials already shipped them off-world.
It's Senior Agent Zane, thank you. And storming an Imperial facility, guns blazing, it makes things worse. Your involvement ends now. Clear?
As clear as a Hutta swamp on a foggy night.
Don't test me. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got an Imperial ambassador to mollify. I trust you'll see yourselves off my planet.
What were you thinking coming back here? I told you I couldn't be connected to any of this.
We found some encrypted coordinates in the prison central computer. We think they'll tell us where the Deadeyes are.
Any chance you can decrypt those coordinates for us?
Not with Zane watching me. Look, a friend in signal intelligence owes me a favor. I'll put you in contact with him. He may be able to make something of those coordinates. It's the best I can do.
We couldn't have done this without Balker. I think you owe him your thanks.
Fine. Balker. Thanks.
Hey, anything for you, Jorgan.
I'll connect with Balker's contact once we get back to the ship. I'll report if I hear anything. Well, the search is officially underway. I transmitted those coordinates we picked up to Balker's contact in Sigint. Won't be long before we find out where the Deadeyes are. Well, look at that. That you, Gav?
You know, you really ought to start encrypting your communications. Finding your frequency was child's play.
Your contact looks just like that nosy agent we met before. Weird.
Enough games. I'll just leave you with a friendly suggestion. Walk away.
That smug. Why is he so interested in the Deadeyes? In any case, he knows about Balker's contact at Sigint. He'll have to find someone else to decrypt those coordinates.
I'd like to see Zane outmaneuver General Garza.
Now you're talking. I'll bring the General up now.
This is General Garza. What can I do for you, Havoc?
We got a problem, General.
I don't like you going off mission, Captain. But then again, I don't like SIS snoops meddling in military affairs either. Send me the coordinates. I'll get our people working on them right away. Just don't let this interfere with your mission.
You heard the General.
Transmitting the coordinates now, General.
I'll let you know if we learn anything. Garza out.
There. If Zane manages to one-up Garza, I'll eat my rifle. Still no word on the Deadeye's location. I checked with Garza, but she hasn't had any luck decrypting those coordinates we sent her. This is taking too long. For all we know, the Imperials have relocated the Deadeyes. That intel could be obsolete.
Now you're just trying to be pessimistic.
I prefer to think of it as preemptive disappointment. I'll keep monitoring the Hollow. Maybe something will turn up. Good news, sir. Garza's people decoded the first portion of those coordinates. The data points to an Imperial evacuation site on Tatooine. Looks like my former XO, Torv, is being held there.
Then let's load up and get him out of there.
Ready when you are, sir. On your feet, soldiers.
Lieutenant Jorgan? What are you doing here?
I'm getting you out of here.
Thought we'd have been out of here weeks ago. Who's this?
Hold on. You knew someone would come rescue you?
That was part of the plan, wasn't it?
Plan? What plan?
It's all there in our mission outline. Didn't Zane brief you?
Zane? As in Senior Agent Zane? Man's been nothing but trouble for us.
So he didn't... Oh. Then I'm afraid I can't say anything more. SIS orders.
We just saved your life. Now start talking.
But we... Okay, look, we let ourselves get caught. Part of some top-secret SIS op. They implanted tracking devices in us. Plan was to follow us through Imperial space, find out where the imps ship their POWs, and then come rescue us.
The fact that you're still here proves how lame that plan was.
Tell that to Zane. He was the brains behind all this. Nobody anticipated the imps would split us up, send us to labor details. Surprised the SIS didn't spring us then.
Typical SIS. Should have known better than to trust those spooks.
Too good an opportunity. You know how many troops we have in those camps.
What if the Imperials had executed you?
Things wouldn't have been so bad if the SIS had held up their end of the plan.
Got that right. A good soldier never leaves a man behind. We'll have it out with the SIS later. For now, just sit tight. I'll call for an evac, get you boys home. Well, they're off. The SIS better have a good reason for leaving those men behind.
Zane is involved. Maybe he wants to enlighten us.
I'm sure he'll have something to say about this rescue op of ours. Anyway, we've done all we can for now. I'll see about getting the rest of those coordinates decrypted. I ever tell you about the time we were ordered to take out Moff Dallam? Dangerous mark. Wiley is that... Hang on. Incoming transmission. Care to guess who it is?
Major, Senior Agent Zane here. Apparently, I didn't make myself clear earlier. Or perhaps you thought an unauthorized rescue mission wouldn't constitute as interfering?
Can it, Zane? Torf told us all about your involvement in the Deadeyes capture.
Considering how incredibly classified that information was, I do hope you had to torture Lieutenant Torv. I understand your concern for your comrades, but you morons are only complicating things.
You're addressing the commander of Havoc Squad, Zane. You will show her the proper respect.
Apologies, but this is a delicate operation and your continued involvement will only jeopardize its completion.
You can expect a lot more interference from us in the future.
Then you can expect far worse than holocalls.
Your operation's falling apart, Zane. Now either rescue the Deadeyes yourself, or get out of the way.
I don't take orders from grunts. This mission is over when I say it is.
I've had it with this guy. Permission to cut him off, sir.
Permission granted.
Good riddance. I can't tell if he really dropped the ball on this one, or if he's still just lying to us. Either way, the SIS had their chance. Time for Havoc Squad to get the job done right. Just got off the holo with Torf. He asked me to thank you for getting him out of that labor camp. He's starting to see the danger the other Deadeyes are in. Anxious for us to find them.
We could use him when we rescue the rest of the Deadeyes.
SIS already has him tied up in debriefs. Pretty much exchanged one cell for another. It was a mistake to trust a snake like Zane, but Torf's heart was in the right place. I just hope this mistake doesn't get any of those men killed. Outstanding news, sir. We've got a positive fix on the Deadeyes' location. Garza's people just finished decrypting the coordinates we sent them. The data points to an Imperial outpost on Hoth. Another labor camp, most likely.
Let's get down there and bring those soldiers home.
Right behind you, sir. Once we get those men out of there, we can put all this craziness behind us. I just hope we're not too late. Barracks. Hal. You two still breathing?
More or less. Didn't expect to see you here, sir.
Nor I. Care to tell me what you two are doing here?
We're rescuing the Deadeyes. Play nice and maybe we'll let you tag along.
Maybe I don't want to be rescued. Don't you get it? This operation was never about rescuing POWs. We've been after one thing, Dusk 9.
Impossible. That place is just a myth.
Is it? We'll never know now, thanks to you two.
If that's true, then you lied to the Deadeyes about their mission's real objective.
Of course. We could hardly expect a bunch of grunts to keep their mouths shut. Next to the Emperor's location, Dusk 9 is the Empire's best-kept secret. Hundreds of Black Ops projects are born there.
It's also a prison, according to the rumors. The things that supposedly go on there, too horrible to be real.
We're more interested in the intel hoarded there. We seeded thousands of bugged soldiers into the Imperial penal system, hoping for a bite.
That still doesn't explain what you're doing here.
After many failed attempts to get one of our soldiers into Dusk 9, I had an epiphany. We were using the wrong bait. The brass at Dusk 9 weren't interested in common soldiers. But how could they resist an SIS agent? So, I bugged myself, staged a bogus rescue operation, and let myself be captured. I was awaiting transfer when you two geniuses showed up.
You'd already agreed to rescue the Deadeyes once they were captured. Were you just planning on backing out?
A failed rescue mission was the perfect ruse to get me in. Far more productive than an actual rescue attempt. Now, I have no choice but to abort my mission and try again somewhere else.
Sir, we can deal with Zane later. Let's just find the rest of the squad and get out of here.
Jorgan, sir, they're dead. The cold, they didn't make it.
What? Trace? Copland? They're gone? But I thought... Zane.
Take it easy, Jorgan.
Stay out of this, sir.
You killed them. You promised them a rescue that never came, and now they're dead for it.
How many other soldiers have died for you? Huh? 100? 1,000?
You can't kill me, Jorgan. Too many witnesses.
Far as we're concerned, sir, the Imperials killed him.
What? Wait, you can't just... Major, do something!
Put the gun down, Jorgan. Zane has a lot to answer for, but this isn't the way.
Fine. He's not worth it anyway.
Much obliged. As for you, you think you can pull a blaster on me and walk away? I'll see you in prison for that.
You'll have every soldier in the Republic gunning for you if this gets out.
Right. Consider my lips sealed.
Let's get these men back to their squad. I'll call for an evac. They're off, sir. Mission accomplished.
I know it was hard, but you did the right thing.
Honestly, I'd rather not talk about it right now, sir. Let's just get out of here. Sir, I'd like to apologize for my behavior earlier. When I heard about Trace and Copland, I just lost it. Would have done something stupid if you hadn't stopped me.
You feeling better now?
I don't feel like killing anyone, if that's what you're asking. I'd have been no better than Zane if I pulled that trigger. I'd just be another thug doing whatever it took to get his way.
You're a good soldier, Jorgan. Don't forget that.
Thank you, sir. There's always going to be men like Zane calling the shots in the Republic. Can't kill all of them. Better to work with the system than against it.
The Republic needs more soldiers like you. You'll make it to the top someday.
Don't know that I'll ever trust the brass again. But I trust you, sir. You kept me from making the biggest mistake of my life. I won't forget that.